Amidst the vast arid grasslands of Africa, with an elegant gait, tall frame, and plumage that blends grace with wild intensity, the secretary bird draws attention wherever it roams. But beneath that eye-catching exterior lies a true hunting machine, one that nature has equipped with remarkably effective weapons. Its most distinctive feature is its long, powerful legs, covered in thick, armor-like scales and ending in razor-sharp talons. Thanks to these lethal limbs, the secretary bird can unleash devastating kicks, delivering impacts estimated to be up to 5 times its own body weight. One such strike is enough to kill a venomous snake like a cobra in the blink of an eye, so fast the victim doesn't even have time to react. With its muscular power, incredible speed, and unwavering determination, the secretary bird has become a force of nature that even the most seasoned predators of the savannah are wise to avoid. In this video, we'll take a closer look at how this remarkable bird hunts in action, and the life cycle of this mysterious bird. In the intricate web of the natural world, where every element is tightly interwoven like links in a biological chain, the absence of even a single link can trigger profound consequences. Without the secretary bird, Africa's infamous serpent slayer, the fragile ecological balance of the savannah could quickly spiral into chaos. Venomous snakes, no longer kept in check by a natural predator, would multiply unchecked, threatening countless species, from the tiniest mammals to formidable carnivores. Life on the savannah, already harsh and unforgiving, would become even more perilous and unstable. But the secretary bird is more than just a bird. It's a living symbol of endurance and resilience. In some of the driest, most extreme environments on Earth, where the sun scorches every blade of grass and a single drop of water is a precious resource, this bird not only survives, but thrives. From sweeping grasslands to sparse, semi-arid zones, the secretary bird strides with confidence, its tracks etched into the hardened earth like silent declarations of survival, adaptability, and strength of will. With its uniquely small head, dramatic crest, and long muscular legs, paired with elite hunting skills, from precision strikes to calm, calculated confrontations, the secretary bird is an irreplaceable character in the wild canvas of the African plains. Whether it's silently weaving through the golden grasses or poised to unleash a lethal blow, it emanates an aura of command and composure, a true icon of the untamed world. It's no coincidence that this bird has earned a reputation as nature's most skilled reptile assassin. In the wild, few animals dare to face off against a cobra or a rattlesnake. But for secretary bird, these are familiar foes, adversaries it has learned to dispatch with lethal efficiency. Armed with a remarkable set of weapons, the secretary bird's long muscular legs are sheathed in thick armor-like scales, a natural defense not only against the parched earth and thorny terrain, but also against the lethal bites of its enemies. Its talons, sharp as daggers, can pierce a snake's scales, while its kicks strike with the impact of a sledgehammer, delivered with terrifying speed and force. A single blow from the secretary bird can deliver a force 5 times its body weight, a staggering feat for any predator. What's more, these strikes occur in less than half a second, nearly 100 times faster than the reaction speed of many venomous snakes. One misstep could mean death, yet the bird's precision is near flawless, often ending the encounter before the snake has a chance to strike. Every confrontation between a secretary bird and a venomous snake is more than a display of hunting. It's a duel where a single movement can mean life or death. In the ruthless natural world, where there's no room for error, every motion is precise, deliberate, and laced with intensity. When a cobra lifts its hood, venom ready to fire, the secretary bird stands unshaken, like a stone sentinel. There is no fear in its eyes, no haste in its steps, only poise, stillness, and control. This is not hesitation. It's the silence of strength, of a predator that knows its prey inside and out, and waits for the perfect moment to strike. It begins to circle, slowly, purposefully. Each step is measured, every angle considered. Its senses are honed to their sharpest, watching, calculating, anticipating. The bird's piercing gaze never wavers, reading the subtle shifts in the snake's posture, detecting every flicker of tension. Then, in one flash, a blur of feathers and power, the secretary bird strikes. One swift, calculated kick to the skull. No warning, no mercy, no time to react. The battle ends in a heartbeat. That deadly precision is not merely brute strength. It's the result of countless battles, years of survival in the brutal African wilderness, and a predatory instinct refined to perfection. These moves are carved into its very being, a product of evolution's harshest tests, making the secretary bird one of nature's most dangerous and efficient hunters. In the world of raptors, talons are the mainstay of attack, tools designed to snatch, crush, and kill from above. But the secretary bird follows a different path altogether. It doesn't swoop from the sky or rely solely on clawed grips. Instead, it faces its prey head-on from the ground, wielding its powerful legs like twin hammers, ready to crush anything bold enough to challenge it. These legs aren't just long and strong. They are the product of millions of years of evolution. Each strike it delivers isn't just a threat, it's an execution. The secretary bird doesn't stop at one blow. It lands a flurry of rapid, brutal kicks, precise, relentless, and overwhelming. Even the legendary black mamba, one of the deadliest snakes on the planet, known for its lightning-fast strikes and fatal venom, often finds itself outmatched. It may be quick, but the secretary bird is quicker, with height advantage, acute vision, and lightning reflexes. It can keep the serpent at bay and dispatch it before it ever gets a chance to strike. The secretary bird isn't called the winged warrior of the savannah by chance. It has earned that title through perfect adaptation, elite combat skills, and a survival instinct unmatched by most creatures in the wild. Though widely renowned for its ability to take down some of the most venomous snakes on Earth, the secretary bird is far more than just a reptile assassin. Across the vast African savannas, where every blade of grass hides a secret and every patch of shade could be a trap, this bird stands tall as a master predator. Agile, fearless, and fiercely intense, the secretary bird is the embodiment of a survivalist warrior, not only dominating snake populations, but also posing a formidable threat to other nimble and clever animals. One of its most frequent targets is the hare, a small but famously swift creature with lightning-fast reflexes. In an environment where survival often depends on outrunning death, speed is everything. Yet no matter how quick a hare may be, it rarely escapes the laser-sharp gaze of the secretary bird. With extraordinary vision, it can detect even the slightest movement from afar. Where other predators see only rustling grass, this bird sees opportunity. The bird's strike is not merely a slowing tactic, it's a kill shot. Lightning fast, chillingly precise. In that moment, the chase ends, and the hare, once the very symbol of agility, becomes nothing more than a fading blur on the dust-filled plain. Strength meets strategy, speed joins precision, and the secretary bird cements its place as a true terrestrial predator, commanding not just respect, but awe. But in Africa's ever-evolving competitive wilderness, hares are only the beginning. The true tests come from other predators, and one of the secretary bird's boldest challengers is the jackal. Unlike snakes, which rely mostly on instinct, or hares, which depend on escape, jackals are organized, intelligent hunters. They move in coordinated packs and are rarely caught off guard. Agile, resilient, and unafraid to assert themselves in a territorial dispute, jackals are savvy players of the savannah, skilled in both attack and retreat. But when the opponent is a secretary bird, tall, powerful, and mechanically destructive, the dynamic shifts rapidly. This bird doesn't shrink back from the gleam of sharp teeth or the feints of a cunning foe. Instead, it stands its ground with calm authority. Its legs, like steel pillars, deliver crushing blows strong enough to shatter bone, a reality even seasoned predators have learned to respect. There have been numerous encounters where jackals, after testing their luck, were forced to retreat, realizing that not all enemies can be outsmarted or outrun. In the secretary bird lies a rare form of strength, a fusion of physical might, real-world combat skill, and a spirit of unshakable resolve. But the secretary bird's destructive prowess doesn't end with venomous snakes, hares, or jackals. Its shadow looms over creatures that few would consider prey. Small birds, unattended nests, even fledglings. Beneath its silky feathers and graceful gait lies the cold instinct of a predator, assertive, unyielding, and fiercely territorial. The secretary bird does not merely defend its domain, it expands it, eliminating any winged intruder that dares stray too close. When it spots a small bird foraging or discovers an unguarded nest on the ground, there is no hesitation. It switches into attack mode. With elite eyesight and near-instant reflexes, it strikes so quickly the victim rarely understands what's happening. One sudden lunge, one crushing stomp, and it's over before it even begins. These acts aren't always about hunger. Sometimes they're acts of dominance, a show of control, a declaration that this land belongs to it. This is how the secretary bird rules, not with threats, but with consequences. Any creature, intentional or not, that crosses its boundary must face the wrath of a bird that answers challenges not with warnings, but with impact. It is this relentless nature, this unwavering demand for control, that has solidified the secretary bird as a symbol of absolute strength. It is not only a snake killer, not only a predator. It is a sovereign force in the wild African landscape, a lord of the savannah, cloaked in feathers and armed with steel. The secretary bird is not merely a cold and calculated predator of the weak. At times, it reveals a surprisingly aggressive side, willing to initiate conflict and even provoke birds larger and more powerful than itself. Among these unexpected rivals, eagles stand out as some of the few creatures bold enough to cross paths with this fierce ruler of the savannah, often to their own misfortune. Such confrontations aren't simply about competing for food. Beneath the bird's sleek feathers and graceful stride lies a fierce territorial instinct, one that ignites the moment it senses a threat to its domain. And in the wild, where only the strong endure, every encounter becomes a stage to reaffirm supremacy. For the secretary bird, dominance is not a gift handed down. It is a right earned through strength and fiercely defended through force. When an eagle dares to venture into its hunting grounds, conflict is almost inevitable. The secretary bird does not waste time with displays or warnings. It advances with regal poise, a piercing gaze, and a body coiled for action. Its kicks are not merely defensive reactions, they are bold declarations of authority. Each blow lands with devastating force, designed to stagger and drive back the intruder with unquestionable might. It is through these relentless acts of courage, fierce, fearless, and unyielding, that the secretary bird has solidified its image as a living symbol of untamed power. More than just a snake killer or solitary hunter, it reigns as the true sovereign of the land it strides across. Whether facing deadly snakes, swift hares, cunning jackals, or even mighty eagles, any challenger to its supremacy must face the brutal force hidden beneath its aristocratic plumage. The life cycle of the secretary bird is a story of resilience, patience, and dedication, traits deeply embedded in this extraordinary species. Breeding usually begins during the dry season when food is abundant and the conditions are most favorable for raising young. Secretary birds are monogamous, often forming lifelong pair bonds. Courtship is a majestic display. Partners chase each other across the savanna with wings spread wide and crests raised high, exchanging calls and ritualistic dances that strengthen their bond. When it comes to nesting, the secretary bird prefers elevated vantage points. Unlike many ground-based behaviors, it constructs its nest high above the savanna, often choosing the fork of a thorny acacia tree or another tall tree species for added protection. Together, the pair meticulously weaves a large flat platform using sticks, grass, and leaves. Over time, these nests can grow impressively massive, reused and reinforced year after year until they reach several feet across and several feet deep. After mating, the female typically lays 1 to 3 eggs. Both parents share the responsibility of incubating the eggs, which hatch after about 45 to 50 days. The chicks emerge blind, helpless, and covered in white down. During these vulnerable early weeks, both parents fiercely guard the nest, taking turns hunting and bringing back food, often regurgitated snakes, lizards, and rodents, to feed their young. As the chicks grow, the lessons of survival begin. Around 6 weeks of age, the young birds start to venture around the nest, flapping their wings to build strength. By about 10 to 11 weeks, they are ready to fledge, although they remain dependent on their parents for several more months. During this critical period, adult secretary birds gradually teach their offspring the essential skills they need to survive: how to stalk prey on the ground, how to deliver swift and lethal kicks, and how to maintain awareness in the vast, dangerous savanna. Rather than learning through gentle demonstration alone, young secretary birds are exposed to real hunting scenarios under the watchful eyes of their parents. Sometimes, adults will disable small prey and allow the juveniles to practice striking, a method that hones their technique and builds their confidence for future independent hunts. The journey from vulnerable chick to formidable ground-hunting raptor is long and filled with challenges. But thanks to the unwavering guidance of their parents, the young secretary birds gradually master the skills of survival, stepping into the savanna's harsh reality, equipped with the instincts, strength, and strategies needed to uphold the proud legacy of their kind. The secretary bird is far more than just a bird. It is a living symbol of strength, resilience, and the critical role that predatory birds play in maintaining ecological balance. From controlling venomous snake populations to defending its territory against other fierce predators, this bird not only stabilizes the biological scales, but also inspires us with its adaptability, courage, and unshakable spirit in the wild. As a channel dedicated to exploring the wonders of the avian world, we believe that every bird carries a story worth telling, a vital piece of the greater puzzle of life on Earth. And the secretary bird, with its lightning-fast strikes and extraordinary survival instincts, is a perfect example of nature's raw beauty and harmony in motion. If you've been captivated by this bird's remarkable journey through some of the harshest landscapes on Earth, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think makes the secretary bird truly special? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow wildlife lovers. Every view helps us keep bringing you closer to nature, one incredible bird at a time.